no to regionalism and parliamentary system of government. They are not allowed, okay, they are not the solutions to Nigeria's problem. This is coming from Emir of Kano. Regionalism and parliamentary system of government are not solutions to Nigeria's problems. Yes, he's saying that. Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi too, has said that regionalism and parliamentary system of government are not solutions to Nigeria's problem. Sanusi, who said this in an interview with Vanguard, questioned the necessity of a bicameral legislature and the rationale behind appointing ministers from every state, even when not required. He noted that it contributes to bureaucratic inefficiencies and does not necessarily serve the best interest of the nation. He also criticized the federal government's interference in state matters, particularly regarding traditional and chieftaincy affairs. Emir Sanusi also stressed the importance of upholding constitutional principles and maintaining a clear separation of powers to ensure accountable governance. The monarch, who noted that regionalism will exacerbate the issues in the country rather than resolve existing tensions, also called for a more cohesive national identity and governance structure that promotes unity and accountability. He said, I think there are several things we can do to address those structures, because at the end of the day, if you allow their state government or governors to run, the thing with devolution is we have 36 states. If only half of the governors are good, at least half of Nigeria has a good government. There is too much power at the center, too much of the resources. The center does not even do primary education or primary healthcare, and that is where the vast majority of Nigerians are. Shouldn't those resources come to the state instead of everybody going to Abuja? What is happening in Abuja? There are several issues that we need to look at, and also simple constitutionalism and federalism, just even the respect of separation of power. If you take the example of what is happening in Kano today, chieftaincy matter is 100% a state matter. We had a parliamentary system in the First Republic. What happened? At the end of the day, it is the humans that separate or operate the system. People talk about regions. Initially, the regions we had in this country were north, east, and west, and then it became north, east, and middle west. Where did the creation called six geopolitical zones come from historically? We can keep dividing and subdividing this country and thinking of ourselves, but are we really honest? Are these regions? If you go to the Niger Delta, since when did the Shekiri stop fighting wars against the Ijaws? Since when did we become homogeneous? It was the Sokoto Jihad that brought us together. From the Sokoto Caliphate, we became Northerners. From Northerners, we became Nigerians. When I was in King's College, I grew up under Yakubu Gowon in a country where Nigerians were thinking like Nigerians. What happened? Political leadership is the one that exploits regional and ethnic identities as part of the struggle for political office. When they get there, they all sit together. If you look at the president's cabinet, what do you have? You have everybody from every state. You have Christians, you have Muslims, you have Northerners and Southerners. Why are they not fighting one another in there? These elites are irresponsible. Don't think that pandering to these elites by saying the solution is going to a regional system of government. How do we go regional? In Yoruba land, there are Ijebu Ekiti, Ijesha, Owo, and Egba. Since when did they become one? Right there between Ife and Modakeke, they were killing each other. It is not about that. It is not a solution. How many parts are you going to slide this country to get a homogeneous country? How? With all the intermarriages and education, I am not even sure that this is a solution. And I think people have this dream that can only be sold by blocking out history. We had a regional system in the First Republic. How did it end? We had a parliamentary system in the First Republic. How did it end? I am not talking about the coup. I am talking about the crisis that led to the coup. Before Nzogu forget Hiroshi, how many was the system before they came? Is there any documentary evidence that that system was fundamentally better than what we have? We can't even shift responsibilities away from human beings, the people who are responsible for operating the system. If you go to the Senate and the House of Representatives and you are there for 16 years and you have never passed a bill, you don't even know that your job is to be a lawmaker. Hmm. In one breath, I am sure that a lot of people, even when I was going through this, I was, what is this man saying? I beg. Maybe it's because of his own selfish interest. Oh, of course, it's being made believe that the Northerners don't even want a restructuring. They don't want this. They don't want that because it's not going to favor them. Of course, it is good, but we need to be objective and open-minded and see things from different angles. I was telling somebody was telling me, just like everybody is saying that oh, let there be restructuring, let us have a regional system of government. Like Sanusi is asking, we had all of those things before, how did they end? And also, I was telling the person that was saying that oh yes, it is true, let us restructure, which of course when you look at it at the other, and you will say oh, it is true, if you restructure maybe everybody will be on their own. But like he asked again, how long are we going to continue to divide and slice and slice and slice? That is a different ball game entirely. Do you know that when you talk about regional system, they have even divided for us to have a more robust system. It's been divided, for us to have 36 states. It used to be six geopolitical zones, which did not even work well. Because if Nigeria, like he said, if Nigeria is to be better, if half of all those governors that we have, if they are doing the best, they are doing their best and they are doing the right thing, Nigeria would have been a better place as we speak. So you are trying to bring them together. Some are even calling for state creation in southeast. We are dividing all of those things. You have 36 governors or 36 states. Yes, you have a plus the FCT, but we know that it's 36 states that we have. Let's even leave the FCT issue. Then why is it that those states, they cannot even, they have control to a very large extent. They have control to a large extent to be able to, within that this thing. Instead of bringing Oyo or Osun, whatever together, somebody is going to be there. It doesn't mean we are still going to be having states under the regional system of government, or the state will still be there. They are going to where will now be the regional headquarter? Who is going to be the leader of the regional headquarter? That is going to be another problem. And that is the reason why, again, you see that they have a governors forum, chairman of governors forum, all this geopolitical. So why is it that they cannot even perform? And that is the truth. Even if we have in mind that yes, the northerners, maybe because of their own inefficiency or whatever you think about them, yes, it could be a valid point, but it goes beyond that. Because these politicians, why is it that southeast is not well developed, if you want to look at it from that area? Because they are calling for the additional states. So why do they want additional states? Because they feel that the people are not well taken care of, which is a lie. When you have a governor that is wearing wristwatch of how many millions of dollars or so, when you have all those governors who take pension, who have a control of over natural their resources or the treasuries of the state, they have everything. They will still be paid gratuity or whatever after just 8 years. Even if you work for 4 years, or if you serve as 4 years, serve for 4 years, you still have that pension. So it is the people that we have. So now how are we going to change? How are we going to make those people to change? Because me, I don't like when people will be talking and be blaming the masses. No, the masses are not the problem. The masses are just like children that are under their parents, minor children. You expect the minor children to do the needful. Where you adults, when the parents, you are not doing the right thing, you expect the minors to do the needful. No, they can't do the needful until when they are grown. And the system we have, it is not the masses that are making policies, it is the people who are making policies that they have to enforce the policies, and they themselves must not be above the law. And that is where we can get it right. To me, creating states, the 36 states we have, is already an avenue solution to the problem, so that the problems will be smaller instead of the regional. Because now you are talking about a what is it called? You are talking about a regional system of government, which will still be cumbersome compared to the state we have. What are they doing? What are all the governors doing with what they have? Creating another state in the southeast, which I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. But the issue is that, does it mean the people are not getting the dividends of what they are supposed to get as a people? It's just to make a give another set of people power. Some people believe that they need power. It's just unfortunate. You might say whatever you want to say about Sanusi, but let us look it from another angle. Is it not the same set of people? Just like some people are still talking about, no, we should not divide this country. If we divide this country, the same problems we are having there is what we are going to be having here. So now what do we do? Just Sanusi, like Sanusi has said, who are you supposed to be talking to? Let us know, even with what we have, how are they going to work on it? Because creating that regional or whatever is still going to be a problem, because the same useless people who have already mastered the system, they will still manipulate it. There's no doubt about it. They will manipulate it. Uncle, no problem, we want them. So the northerners now open grazing the solution. It's time we design a system suitable for our pigments. Our problem is never leadership. We are just not ripe for the white man system. That is not the issue. Whether white man system or no white man system, don't you have your sense to be able to know what is good for you? Even with our own system of a way of doing things, it is even not even encouraging. Do they come to tell some politicians who are stealing money to go and steal money? Are they the ones telling them the money they will budget, they are supposed to budget for the road? Do they use it? Is it the white man that will tell you to go and squander it? Or do you take permission from this white man? All those politicians and the governors, do they take permission from the white man to do the needful? No, we should stop blaming others. So guys, let's know what you think and I will take on this.